everybody, it's Deporian. We here again, this time at, everyone's request. We had a poll up and everything. So they wanted us to talk about relationships. And we thought we should talk about why you're still single.
A problem that we all have.
So, we have a couple concepts that we're going to talk about why we think, this is all our opinion of course, how our lives of being single.
Personal experience.
Of why you're still single. So, stay tuned.
Okay, number one reason why you're still single, because you're not putting yourself out there. Doing something just out of the ordinary. Just, maybe it's like an event you never thought you would go to. Maybe you'd be interested in what's going on at that event. Through that you can probably find someone, or you can just gain an interest. You can always benefit from just, going to something. Two, you have to be mentally ready. If you have the mentality like, I'm not gonna meet anyone here, or no one's interested in me, then, you're not gonna find anybody, because you're gonna give off that energy like, he's not approachable or she's not approachable. I've gone through this, people say that, I look too mean or something like that, and it's mostly, because I'm just like, well, no one's interested in me anyway, so what's the point of even like putting my, just being out there and social. You just go into the environment like, I'm this shit, I know it. People are attracted to that. They're attracted to confident people. So they're not.
Number three, you're crazy. You're a little bit crazy. Now, I don't mean your personality traits. I'm not saying that you're psychotic, you need to be in an insane asylum. But when it comes to guys and girls, if you haven't been with anyone in a while, you're a little bit obsessed. This is otherwise known as putting all your crazy eggs into one unstable basket. You gave up every part of you, everything that you had, to a person you don't even know. A person you probably met like 48 hours ago. That doesn't make any sense when you say it out loud. You gave them sex, money, time, energy, social security number, the deed to your home. Like, this is practically a stranger. Take your time with how you're getting to know this person. Don't be so eager about it either. Just chillax. Chill. Number four, sometimes you're single because he's just not that into you. It's a book, it's a movie, it's a concept, in it just may be a reality. This book, I don't know if you can see it because the camera's real far away. It really helped me, like, honestly. I don't like promote the book. I'm not, like a professional advertiser for this book. But he's just not that into you really helps being single, because we waste a lot of time on guys and girls who just aren't that interested in us. And we tell ourselves, all these excuses like, oh, he didn't call back because he is busy, and, I don't want to take up a lot of his time, like you're putting all these excuses into it, when really all it is that the person just isn't that interested. And once you realize that, move on. Like, when a person is into you, like with tip number 3, you'll know the person will make it known that they like you. One of the reasons why you're single is that it's not a mystery. It really isn't. And if it's a mystery, then the answer is that they're just not that into you. So, part 5 has 2 parts. That's why we're here.
First part is, don't limit yourself to the space or environment that you're in. I go to a school where it's just small, and I identify as gay, and within that community, the gay community is like 5 people, I can count them all on one hand. Well, basically, it's just like, I've been like basing my like experience off of where I go to. It's like, oh, no one, wants me, no one wants to be with me, there's no one to talk to, but I'm just basing that off of like this small group of people. I have to think about, you know, okay, what if I was like in a bigger city? What if I was at this other school? You know, things would be different because there's more people to talk to, more people to meet. So it's like you're not gonna run out of people. There's always someone.
Mm-hmm. The part 2 is don't limit your interests. You may think you know the type of person that you want, but I mean, and that's okay. It's good to know the type of person, or it's good to know what to look for in a relationship. And that's something that you figure out once you've been through a few relationships. You realize, I don't like this, I do like that. You know, that's something that you realize as you mature relationship-wise. But don't limit yourself to a type. Don't be a typer. There's this other whole group of people out there who could have some traits that really surprises you.
Yeah.
And for me personally, that was definitely something that I changed about myself, where I went from having one boyfriend that I, you know, kind of shaky relationship when I was like a teenager, to being like, oh, there are men out there, and there are good men out there. There are. And it was just being like, you know what? This person's not really like the person that I would look for, you know, but I'm gonna see what this person has to offer. And I found, you know, the person really surprised you. And I think that is also a thing that really helps foster affection, and how it helps, you know, just build stronger bonds with people when they surprise you. And a person's going to surprise you when you don't know what to expect. And you know what to expect out of a certain type of person.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just don't be afraid to go out there and get a different type of person. This includes, you know, hair color, or, you know, body type, or even race, you know, and that's
Step out of the box.
Step out of the box. Don't be in the box. You know, some people say it's not their thing, but honestly, you just cut the pool of people in half.
Like,
you
way
know?
short. Like, if you're just like...
If you're like, I'm not going to date Asians, I'm not going to date blacks, I'm not going to date, like, okay, you just left yourself like 5 people.
Yeah.
And then out of those 5 people, you're like, okay, they have to look like this, they have to have blue eyes. Like, okay, now you have 3 people. Like...
Yeah.
You just totally, and then how, out of those 3 people, how many of those people are even have your interest in mind? Like, how many of those people do you really get along with?
You're not gonna find someone with
all
of those qualities. So
we're not telling you to settle. There is a person out there who makes you feel exactly the way that you should feel in a relationship, which is self-confident. You should feel beautiful. You should feel like you can do, you know, things that you didn't feel like you could do before. Those are all emotion-based. They're not physically based. You can find that with any person out there. You just have to open the door to. The 6 is you're probably a repeat offender. Now this is one that our sister, also part of Deporian, Yvonne Dion, she let us in on this one. Sometimes you just keep going through the same cycle of bullshit, getting nowhere.
Same dude, same bullshit.
Just different face, different penis. Can we say that? I mean, and that goes back to the other tips that we said before. Just go outside of the box, change something up. If you keep going for the same asshole, obviously you're gonna have the same asshole results, and it's gonna end, and you're gonna be single. And to go along with that, you're looking in the wrong place for the wrong person.
If you're looking for like someone who's gonna be committed to you, you're gonna have a long relationship. Like, don't look
to the bar.
Yeah, don't look.
I mean, you can find a person in the bar, baby, but
but like, don't go to like some, I don't know, some like backwoods shit. This guy is like getting trash. Don't know how to handle his liquor. He don't be like, he getting into fights and shit like that. You know who he is. This relationship is not gonna work.
The environment that you pick the person up in is pretty much gonna be the environment of the relationship. That's not to say that a bar is not gonna have a quality person, but you really gotta look hard. Why look so fucking hard? You're gonna strain your eyes. Just go somewhere where the fish are easy to see. Not the club. Go to clubs for hookups. You don't go
the clubs to find
the love of your life.
Your husband.
If you are looking for hookups, this ain't your video. Because obviously you want to know why you're alone.
Yeah, you ain't gonna find your husband on the dance floor. So.
I mean, and like they say, and he's just not into you. That can happen, but that's the exception. You're the rule. Damn!